And welcome to Thursday night's Oz New Zealand Grand Am, proudly brought to you by V8 Online, sponsored by Track Racer, Thrustmaster, and the all-new V8 Online Superstore. I'm your host tonight, Sebastian Murray Westberg, and joining me in the comms box again is Clayton Brooks. How are you, Brooksy?
Good, thanks, Seb. Thanks for having us along again. Hello, everyone. Looking forward to this race. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's been I can't believe it's the final race of the season. How quick has that gone?
Gone real quick, but plenty of things coming up too. Can't wait for the next season to come around. Only 2 weeks away.
Yeah, we've got the whole team of V8 Online have been super busy lately with end of season as we normally are. We've got new series coming on with the trucks, and obviously one of our favourites is the Race of Champions. So it's a lot coming up in the coming weeks.
Yeah, Race of Champions is building up real nicely. I had a look. There's plenty of donations going to the Jane McGrath Foundation there, and plenty of guys want to race that. But as the title says, Race of Champions, only the best of the best will get in there.
Yeah, it's proved to be a winning format, that Race of Champions. 4 races over 2 days, 2 on the Sunday, 2 on the Monday. Live and exclusive by V8 Online. It will be, I don't have the exact dates in front of me, but not this Sunday, Monday coming, but the Sunday, Monday afterwards. So only a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, the guys from OSR are doing a good job getting it together. After DCM handed over the reins, should have some quality drivers in there in cars they're not really familiar with. So very exciting racing.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, but before we can get there, we've got to finish off this season. So we might, we got an opportunity, quickly run through the standings. So John Emerson has secured the championship in the Riley Daytona prototype. He secured that after last week's win. Great season for John. He's had a real star performance. Started off a little slow, but really come to this car like a duck to waters, loving it. Mitch Abrahal's also had a great season. He's sitting in second place. He'll be hoping to ensure that he keeps that position tonight. Christopher Osborne in third. Matthew Barron, don't believe he'll be racing tonight, but he's sitting in fourth place. Alex Lam in 5th, Anthony Koenig in 6th. He's shown some good turn of speed. Steve Vainers as well, another regular name in our series. Baden Reed, Michael Schreier, and Bernard Mangelsdorf rounding out the 10 of the DP. And in the McLaren, we've got another champion in Dylan Sharman. He's come in, he joined the series a little bit late, but he's managed to secure the win of the championship last week as well. So good results for the TTL boys. Christian Aliward done a great job, finds himself in second place. David Hingston in third, Martin Turner in fourth, Blake Coppo in fifth, Andrew Wren, another regular, he's done well to find himself in sixth, Corey Osborne, David Arnold, Andrew Lee finds himself in ninth place. He'd enjoying the series till late. We've seen some great racing from him in the last couple of weeks, and Barry Kennedy rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, I've got to say congratulations to the TTL guys of John Emerson and Dylan Sharman. Super effort for that team to take out both classes.
Yeah, they've definitely come on strong in this series, and it's been quite impressive to watch. Dylan is he's won championships in the Cadillac and some other GT series, so he's very familiar with the driving style of these McLarens. We'll get the race preview on screen, so you know what I've done? I haven't actually got my information on up, so give me a second. I'll get the race preview in front of me. So we're at Sonoma. We're doing the IRL layout, so we got 12 turns, 3.6 kilometers. The GT3 cars will be looking and doing about 34 laps, and the DP's about 36 laps. 50-minute race, obviously, again tonight. So just no pit stops, just straight out sprint for it. Again, another track that's going to prove tricky with those lapped cars. There's not a lot of straight to get past the slower cars.
Yeah, it's going to prove very difficult for the Rileys when they're lapping the McLarens tonight. I think there pretty much is no straight on this track, so it's all corners and undulation, and that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely going to prove challenging as the cars start to take to the grid. want to quickly run through the grid for you guys. So Anthony Kernich with a great time finds himself on pole position in the DP. Alex Lam in second place with a 23.6. Steve Vainus in third place. That's, I think, the highest he started in this series. Richard Sobolewski, newcomer to the series, finds himself in fourth. Michael Schreier, Christopher Green, Sean Evans, Tim Morris, Philip Johnson, and David Riggs round out the 10-car DP field.
It's a heavily stacked field to the McLaren tonight. I think there's 19 cars in there. On poles, Fabio Gonzalez. Second's Blake Coppo. Third's Christian Arwood. Fourth, Justin Ruggier. 15th is Bruce Joy. Sixth is Tony Altridge. Seventh, Scott McLaughlin. 8th, Andrew Wren. 9th, Reece Gardner. 10th, Martin Turner. 11th, Benjamin Allen. 12th, Scott Brown. 13th, Wayne Burke. 14th, Bernie Weemers. 15th, Jamie Kingston. 16th, Scott Griffiths. 17th, James Scanlon. 18th, Shane Best. And 19th, Paul Maguire.
What a field. We've almost got a full split tonight.
That's a big field.
29 cars out on track, so should prove some great racing. There's a couple of new names in there that have been racing this series quite regularly but haven't made it into the top split. Good to see James Scanlon getting in there. Reece Gardner as well. We saw a great performance out of him in the State of Origin the other night. Bruce Joy in there again. He's found himself in 5th place qualifying. That's a great performance from him. And Scott McLaughlin having a turn at this car. So new names, some common names. So should be some exciting racing.
Yeah, it's good. It's attracting some quality drivers this series. Obviously having Shane Van Gisbergen last week and now Scott McLaughlin, both real life day supercar drivers. Want to get out there and give this McLaren a crash.
Yeah, it should prove exciting. Now it's a layout that we're not used to, so it's gonna prove exciting. We're coming around. We've got a couple corners to go before the green flag. We've seen this track in our V8 series and some other series as well, so I'm hoping to get some good hard racing. And obviously 50 minutes of 50 minutes race tonight, so it'll be over before you can really realise it sometimes.
The top 6 or 7 McLaren drivers are all very close in qualifying pace, so hopefully a cruise good battle like we've had in recent weeks.
Oh, geez, those boys, a couple of them almost get together trying to get through that chicane under formation lap. As the DPs come to the line, they take the green flag. Anthony Kernich has had a great start over Steve Vainus. Alex Lam has gone around the outside. Steve Vainus coming up into 2. There's going to be a great... Oh, what a move by Alex Lam to get into second place. Great commitment off the line.
If McLaren's are getting through, we've got Fabio Gonzalez a streak away there in the lead with followed by... my mistake. Blake Coppo's got the lead off Fabio Gonzalez in second. Christian Arwood, Justin Ruggier.
Oh, Fabio!
They've all made it through so far.
Fabio Gonzalez has made a mistake coming through that left-right chicane. Justin Ruggier has managed to get the spot off him. As Christian Arwood has a little tour off track there.
Christian's got a whole train of cars there ready to pounce if he makes any more little mistakes. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, well, we saw the boys that had a great battle last week with the DPs and the McLarens. Going to be a little bit more tricky to pass this week, so should make for some interesting racing. We've got Anthony Kernich now. He's already pulled out about a second gap over Alex Lam. Vainus, who's really struggling at the moment, just can't seem to get the power down at all. He's got Richard Sobolewski behind him.
I'm not sure if Steve's gone a different way in the setup the last few weeks. He seemed to have a lot more pace earlier in the season.
Blake Coppo's almost got himself a second lead in the McLaren field as well, so he's looking to get it in. Bruce Joy, Scott McLaughlin pushing each other through turn 1 and 2. Coming up to 3 now. Oh, Scott, a bit too much curb there. He's getting a little bit loose.
I was having a chat to Scott just before the race down in the garage, and he's done about 5 whole practice laps, so we might see some exciting driving from him tonight.
Well, these real life drivers, they come in, they make you feel a bit depressed with how good they come on with very little practice. So we saw Shane last week having a great run in the car, his first run with very little practice in this McLaren, so he did well in it. And as Justin Runge is starting to attack Fabio Gonzalez for second place.
I guarantee you Christian Elwood won't let these guys get away too far either. He'll be trying to cement that second spot in the championship.
Yeah, with this being the last round, obviously can't get the overall championship, but second is still well on the line, so these boys will be pushing hard, racing hard, and hoping for a good result in order to make sure they get that second place.
Like Bruce Joy's just opened up a bit of a gap now to Scott.
Scott also has Tony Autridge, another seasoned veteran in the V8, who's come over and given his hand crack at this McLaren. With Reece Gardner not far behind as well, so good first appearance from Reece Gardner. Finds himself in what's that? That's hang on, I'll get
7 for 8 spot, I think it is.
8th spot. There we go. We got a little bit of a battle forming up at the back. Jamie Kingston and Bernie Wimmer starting to harass each other, and that's 14th and 15th. Bernie's first time in the top split, so great showing of him. Good opportunity to get out there, and he's one of the LMI drivers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's got his own team with the Redback Racing team and up and coming team. They're doing their best, and sure we'll see some good things in seasons to come from those guys.
It's always tricky for a new team to start off. Finding a new guys. We have a look at Tim Morris, Richard Sabluski, and David Riggs. Richard really lost a lot of ground. He was battling for 4th place not long ago, and now finds himself down in 7th. 8th. Richard.
He's all over the back of Tim Morris. They go side by side up over the top of the hill.
Oh, he's gotten a little bit loose coming down to this short run to the infield section. As Tim has gone wide, Richard's got the inside line. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can.
That's move done. That's a good move there, over and under.
Great bit of driving as Fabio Gonzalez hasn't been able to escape the clutches of Justin Ruggier so far.
Justin definitely seems to have race pace, but qualifying seems to be letting him down a little bit.
We were just talking to him, you were just talking to him before after that qualifying session. He reckoned he had a faster lap in him, but apparently grabbed neutral coming out the last turn.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to do in this car, especially if you blip the throttle. It's, which is unfortunate, but now he's got the work in front of him now to make up for that mistake.
Yeah, it's been coming from a V8 where you're so used to blipping the throttle every time you need to change gear in order to make sure you match your revs. This car will do it for you, so it's very easy to fall back into habits of driving the V8 in this car, and if you do, it goes, nope, sorry, I'm not ready for that, and grabs neutral instead of the gear.
Christian Elwood is slowly closing the gap up to Justin as well.
Quick in looking back at the front of the DP field, Anthony Koenig managed to get out to about a 1.2 second lead. He's coming up on the back of the McLarens already, with Shane Best and Paul Maguire just up in front of him, so that might prove interesting soon.
Yeah, it's going to get exciting real quick. I think they're going to range up quick, but like we said, there's not much room for overtaking around here.
Alex Lum seems to be pulling that gap in just a touch. He's pulled in about 2/10 since I've come over to him with the live timing, as Anthony Koenig has to take a tight line through that corner.
That's going to help Alex as well there.
Although Alex might get held up a little bit by Shane as he comes through the hairpin. Shane gets well out of the way, doesn't want to hinder the race leader's battle. David Riggs, something's happened to David Riggs. He's had a spin coming into the chicane.
Paul Maguire's had an off-tracking right in front of Anthony Kernich, the leader there.
We'll go to a replay of David Riggs now. He's coming down to the chicane. Looks like he's just outbraked himself a little, had to get hard on the brakes and just looped it around. Did well, knew he was out of position, just stayed there, waited for Philip Johnson to come past before flicking it around and getting going again. Christian Hollywood now starting to find the back of Justin Ruggier. These teammates, they push each other hard, they race, they really motivate each other, and it's like I've said a couple times through different broadcasts, having a teammate that's fast is really the best motivation you can have for a good driving hard.
Well, Christian's sort of the mainstay in the McLaren for the ANZ guys, and I'm sure he wouldn't be too happy about Justin jumping in and beating him. So Christian will be pushing very hard, say, to get one back on Justin after last week.
Looking back down the field a little bit, we've got a battle pack starting to form with Reece Gardner, Andrew Wren, Wayne C. Burke, and Martin Turner, who's up there.
They're going to go side by side into the hairpin. Andrew Wren.
Wayne Burke getting that spot over Andrew Wren. Great move by him. He'll be setting his eyes on now for Reece Gardner in that Dynamic Sim Sport McLaren in front of him.
Wayne Burke's really started to impress the last few weeks in a range of different cars. Really, he's really coming to grips with this, with the iRacing simulation altogether.
It's one of those things that, like, coming from a lot of arcade races myself, when I first jumped into this iRacing,
Martin Turner's gone up the inside of Andrew Wren, the hairpin. They're going to have a drag down the main straight.
Looks like Andrew Wren might hold on to this, but he's going to have a tight line into this difficult section. Martin Turner Weiss, he just backs out of it a little, doesn't want to go too wide through there. That's difficult as Andrew Wren goes a little bit wide at that corner. So Justin Ruggier and Christian Hollywood, Fabio Gonzalez. Justin Ruggier and Fabio Gonzalez are battling hard now. Looks like they had one of the DPs come past them, wasn't it? Or have they caught?
Yeah, David Riggs just up in front of them.
David Riggs, yeah, he had his spin earlier, so he's just trying to pull away.
His last two laps was a 38, which I say is where he did the spin, then a 1 minute 32, so I don't know if he might have damage to that car, slowing him up a bit.
He's not pulling away from the McLaren field as much as we would expect to see him. Michael Schreier and Sean Evans battling for 4th and 5th in the DP field. Two names we haven't really seen in the Top Split broadcast, but putting on a great performance so far. Anthony Kernich still managing to hold about a 1.2 second gap over Alex Lamb for the lead of the DPs. As McLaren just goes and decides to cut the cane, but that hurt Kernich a little bit. Now Alex Lamb is within a half a second. Have a look at Scott Griffith. Oh, sorry, that was Scott Griffith that went off. Got out of the way of the leaders as he runs wide in the hairpin.
Martin Turner's applying the blowtorch to Andrew Wren here. He's all over the back of him.
And Wayne Burke is harassing the back of Reece Gardner as well. So this battle is definitely not over.
Wayne definitely has a lot of speed on board tonight. He's was a fair bit down on the grid positions, but his speed seems to suggest that he's a lot quicker than that.
Reece Gardner holds the inside line. Wayne C. Burks had to go around the outside. Can he get the power on? He's managed to keep it side by side, but Reece has a better drive out the corner. Reese knew he got a bad run out of that long left-hander. Kept it to the inside for the hairpin, but he's made a mistake. As Wayne Seaberg looks up the inside into the chicane, but... there's a contact! He's going to bring Andrew Wren away.
Andrew Wren and Martin Turner back let through.
As for Wayne Seaberg, Reese Gardner needs to hold on to position, but he's lost out.
How did they stop that?
Andrew Wren touching the back of Reese Gardner. Now Martin Turner looking around the outside of Andrew Wren.
Very hard spot to do it there, the outside of turn 1.
Keep stations are on the line here, boys. And Benjamin Allen hoping to capitalise on these boys battling as well. So, battle for, what we got? 8 to 12?
While all that's going on, Dustin's got past Fabio and Christian Arwell's all over the back of Fabio. I wonder if Fabio made a mistake there somewhere for that move to happen.
He seems to be struggling a little bit on a race pace. He had a great qualifying time, was just ahead of Blake Copper in the times, but his race pace just doesn't seem to be quite where it needs to be. So maybe he's missed something in the setup or just struggling.
I think he must have made some sort of mistake. His last lap was a full second slower than the other two guys that he sandwiched between now, so...
As Reese Gardner's made a mistake, he's lost all those positions. Something's happened to Reese Gardner. Has he got a cut track? I think he got a cut track. Get a replay up on screen. Coming through out of the back hairpin. He's come down. Hit that curve alright. Looks like he's had a big slide, managed to catch it, and just had no momentum, decided to stay out of the way of the New 4 cars coming barreling down the outside of him. Good smart thinking by Reese. Been struggling a little bit to get the momentum of this car, but there's Andrew Wren and Martin Turner side by side. He's going to help Wayne. Thumb taps to Blake. Blake's losing positions. Blake dropped. I think Blake's internet might have dropped out. Trying to find
not
him.
again.
His quality is down to 45. His ping is alright, but his quality is dropping. I think we may have lost Blake Copper. That's devastating result.
It's unfortunate. That'd be 2 weeks in a row now for Blake. You'd be filthy on that.
Yeah, it's definitely dropping. So I think we may have lost Blake Copper. That's gifted Justin Ruggie the lead of the McLarens.
Wow, definitely not the way you'd like to lead a race, but unfortunately it's racing over the internet happens.
And something Scott McLaughlin as well. Has something happened? He's just coming down to the chicane. His internet dropped out?
No, he's had a massive lose. He's put the right hand wheels on the dirt and it's flung him straight around and into the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's the hard contact. It was a slow part of the track, but like you said, just touched the dirt as we get the replay up. Just touched the dirt, came around, and he's hit that tyre wall with his front left tyre wheel, and obviously damage. He doesn't feel like continuing on after that. So that's 2 retirements out of the McLaren field. Quickly. Alex
Lamb, he seems to have gotten past Anthony Kernich.
Look at this, they've got that big battling pack of Wayne Burke, Martin Turner, Andrew Wren in front of them as they try and find their way through. Alex Lamb goes underneath, Benjamin Allen, yep. And now comes up on, what have we got, Wayne Seaberg, and then you have Martin Turner. Wayne just opens up, lets the boys through, doesn't want to hold them up. Now,
he's going to hold Alex up here through these little S-bends.
Christopher Green and Richard Sobolewski battling hard now, side by side. Sean Evans looking to capitalise.